give us your definition of research?
Definition of research would be if you have a topic, just try to find as much information about it as you can.
Research is basically looking for information about anything.
The internet is probably my first source, as probably every college student.
The first place I would go would probably be Google, like many of us.
I first go online, and then I go to the library's website.
Well, research is about asking questions and finding the answers.
I have done research for several different reports that you have to write. I would just, as I said, go on the internet, look up books, and you just read it and have a highlighter on you and have a notebook to take notes on it.
Well, I do lots of research for my design work, whether it's what microphone was used during this period or what the recording process of a certain band was.
What kinds of things do researchers do?
Researchers, okay, well, of course it depends on what type of researcher it is.
Hopefully take their research and teach about it.
Researchers will actually conduct actual experiments, depending, of course, what they're researching.
But they're probably not really going to go on the internet. They're probably going to call their colleagues that they have, who probably know a lot about whatever they're studying.
They probably do a bit more extensive research than we do. I mean, in addition to books and, of course, going online, they probably do use surveys and things like that and different questionnaires.
Well, to conduct some research, and you need a controlled environment, and you'd have to have really reliable sources for things that are really well known or well credited.
The word research can be used in many different contexts. As a college student, you are often required to find sources and evaluate different types of information to write a paper, which is sometimes referred to as doing research. However, true or original research involves more than finding and evaluating sources. Original research is the cornerstone of academic publishing, so it's important for you to understand what it is and how it fits into the scheme of available sources. Here we are talking about research in terms of actually doing something to investigate a question or problem as opposed to only writing about an issue. For instance, researchers might conduct experiments, test a hypothesis, or report patients' reactions to a new drug therapy. Or researchers might create a questionnaire to gather data about a social problem or to compare the relationship between diverse cultures. Or researchers might conduct interviews or hold focus groups to gather consumer data about products and services or political opinions. Once a researcher has gathered and analyzed all the data, she writes a report of the research following established conventions. While different subject area disciplines approach formatting the report in particular ways, there are generally accepted components found in good reports of research. The resulting document is commonly referred to as a research study. Distribution of the research study may occur either face-to-face, in print, or online through such venues as scholarly conferences, books, journals, blogs, wikis, and websites. Regardless of where it is found, you can recognize the research study by looking for specific characteristics. While the headings may be worded differently in different studies, generally you should find the statement of the problem, the methods used in conducting the study, the results of the study, what the author concluded from conducting the study, and the other information sources, including prior research, consulted in writing up the study. In addition to the structure of the document, in this module you will learn about 4 other criteria you can use to evaluate a research study: publication status, author's credentials, sponsoring organization, and the quality of citations. But first, we'll look at the structure of the study in greater detail.